Hello. Okay, it says I'm talking. Cool. Well, I'm gonna share my screen. Oh goodness. I don't know how to do this. Okay, we should be recording again. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and present. So, hello, my name is Emily Roberts, and this is my Read 4019 PowerPoint. The disciplinary literacy strategy I'm using is Graphic Organizer. So graphic organizers are a visual display that shows the connections between informations, and they're really good for students who need a visual aid, and it can help them comprehend the information more easily. It also helps them to make a connection between words and their meanings. Some examples that you may know are Venn diagrams, storyboards, KWL charts, and sequence charts. So, what concepts can we teach through graphic organizers? Personally, I'm going to use this for a historical event, but we can also use it to learn how to take notes, gain organizational skills, learn sequencing, cause and effect, increase our vocabulary knowledge, and learn more about comparing and contrasting concepts. The benefits of teaching vocabulary. Well, the benefits of teaching vocabulary through graphic organizers. The visual aspect can help students recall information. They can be completed within a large or small group setting, and students can summarize information in their own words, which is really important for learning how to study. Semantic word chart. They are a learning strategy used to visually display the connections between vocabulary and a set of related words or concepts. So that's like, a symbol or a picture. The purpose for this is it activates prior knowledge, it introduces content-specific vocabulary, and it organizes information, visually. A focus word or phrase is selected. Students brainstorm to complete their graphic organizer, and then it is full of details and categories that they can rely on to study. So these are the standards. Use knowledge of language and its conventions when writing, speaking, reading, or listening. Determine or clarify the meaning of unknown and multiple meaning words or phrases based on grade 8 reading and content, choosing flexibility from a range of strategies. Acquire and use accurately grade appropriate general academic and domain specific words and phrases. Gather vocabulary knowledge when considering a word or phrase important to comprehension or expression. Semantic word chart for a vocabulary lesson. So this is mine. So I have let me see I hope you can see my mouse. I'm totally sure you can. This is my word. This is the definition, synonym, antonym, my connection, or personal connection, and then my sentence, and then a picture. Little firefighter dude for my dad. And then this is my word list. Some of it connects, like the poplar trees connects to the lyrics for one of my songs and lynching. And then Old Ned is a lyric that I didn't even know what it, was referring to, and looked it up. So we're going to discuss that. And then pretty much everything else is brought up a lot in the articles and the novels that I'm going to use. This is the definition sheet, the vocabulary sheet with all the definitions. So yeah. Vocab lesson using the 5-step guided comprehension model. So step 1 is explain. And I would say today we are going to look at vocabulary that you will encounter while reading and listening in our class. We're going to use a semantic word chart to help increase our vocabulary. Understanding the words will help us comprehend what we are reading and listening to. And you can do this with the whole class. Okay, step 2 would be to demonstrate it. So I would talk the student through, think out loud, as my presentation says, about, my thought process, how I would actually go about filling out this chart. And I would say, here's a list of the vocabulary words and our word chart. The first word we are going to focus on, and then I'm going to write down the word in the space, and just kind of talk to them about the definition, how to look it up, what it means, etc. This is also something you can do with a small group or a big group of kids. You do it with the whole class if you want. And then I would explain what my personal connection is to the word, how I can remember it. I would talk about a synonym, and then I would talk about where to put that and where to put the antonym. And then I would say, I would talk about like the symbol or the picture that I could draw there, and connect the meaning to it. Like my dad is a firefighter, so I'm going to draw him fighting fires, That should go through the 5 steps, or the 5 categories to fill out. And then step 3 is you will guide them. So again, thinking out loud, guide the students through each category, encourage their input. Let them record their own responses for the next 5 words. The students will then be paired off. The students' partners can help them work together and complete the rest of their words or some of the words. And, I'll use classroom movement while this is happening. Make sure no one is off track or not doing what they're supposed to, just monitoring and helping out kids when they need it. So that's a small groups, I guess. And then step 4 would be to let them practice it on the last 5 words. They will work on their own to complete the vocabulary word chart. After the chart is completed, they will share with the class, or the student will share with the class and discuss their word charts. This is really important. I love watching their little minds work and use critical thinking. And at that stage, we can make corrections. And who knows, there may be another kid in the class that is like, oh yeah, I wrote down that same thing. I understand, So that's some good individual work. Step 5, reflect. Students will be encouraged to reflect on the importance of previewing vocabulary terms. The class will also discuss how they can use this chart in other subjects or topics. Transferring that information is really important. There's no reason why they should get to another class or another situation and not be able to help themselves out from prior knowledge. Finally, we will take the new vocabulary terms and place them on our word wall. Students will be encouraged to use the new terms in their speech and writings. I think we all obviously have learned a lot of vocabulary from class from these types of situations. I remember learning the word nostalgia and just like saying it a million times that same day. Like, this stuff does work and they will implement it. So their individual differences. So EL students, if they need assistance, they can have that. Peer models can help them out. We will review new vocabulary words prior to the lesson, so that way they can connect the word to the home language that they may use. They'll have access to websites in case they need help looking up how to pronounce the word or a proper definition. The word chart can include section for drawing symbol. Games can help them a lot. OHI students also known as ADHD students, will sit next to a positive peer, someone who understands and maybe doesn't struggle as much, and that person can easily help them understand the material. And then also we can give them extended time to complete their assignment, review the words with them before the lesson, just like with the EL students. Provide a word chart with pre-filled a word chart with some pre-filled sections, excuse me. And then also games, games are so fun and really get them engaged. So that will work for them as well. And then the second activity is a study guide or game situation. Quizlet I love Quizlet. I used it a lot in high school. I don't really so much because I have a lot of music classes and I don't really take too many challenging other core classes. So I don't really need it, but it helped me in high school, and I know that it will help them. So after they complete their study guide online on Quizlet, students can play games using it and study it, and then their parents can also access it and make sure that they're taking care of what they need to take care of. And just it's important for parents to feel like they understand what's going on with their children within their learning environment. Benefits of using the games: it increases their engagement, of course, which deepens their understanding, and the use of the vocabulary is just increased. Vocabulary games can be used to promote fluency and communication skills, and this is totally an individual thing. Is that it? I think that is it. Yep. All right. Well, thank you.